Hello, my name is Jen. I am the Unorthodox Healer. This is a general tarot card reading, and it's designed for anybody who has Aquarius as their sun, moon or rising sign. If you have Aquarius anywhere in your chart, you're more than welcome. You can be a cross-watcher. You might even just be drawn to this because you like the picture on the thumbnail of the video. However you found yourself here, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I am based in Scotland in the UK. I only do gentle tarot. I'm never going to tell you anything salacious that your grand's going to be kidnapped and held to ransom, or that your dog is going to be eating your toes while you sleep. So yeah, nothing scary. Just hopefully some really good advice, and it will resonate with some of you. It might not resonate with all of you, but thank you for being here anyway. I only take cards that jump out at me. I tend not to read reversals, although sometimes I do get the intuition that they need to be read reversed. So we just see as to what the feelings are once the cards come out. This is being recorded at the very start of October. If you have been feeling energetically pretty weird recently, that's because the planets are doing all sorts of stuff. The main thing to remember is that we have had Pluto in Capricorn for the last 16 years. If you haven't had the best of times over the last 16 years, now is the time to make the changes that you need to be making, because Pluto moves into Aquarius. It was there earlier on in the year as well, but it's moved back into Capricorn a couple of months ago, and it is there until the middle of November. If you don't make the changes you need, and you have not been listening to the advice about needing to change things, get rid of what isn't serving you, what has been holding you back and generally making you unhappy or frustrated, you have to do it before the middle of November, because Pluto then goes into Aquarius for 20 years. You will just be stuck in the same cycle as you have been if you don't make the changes before the middle of November that you need to make your life progress and have the things in your life which you deserve to have in your life. So the cards that we have the Nine of Wands, Aquarius. This is the underlying energy. That means that you're feeling a bit browbeaten, that you've been there and you've done that, you've bought the t-shirt, and you're feeling kind of defensive. You've got the barriers up. You are absolutely surviving. There's a little salamander here. You can see that all of these wands have got little flames coming out of them. They can be opportunities, they can just be situations in your life which have meant that they have, I'll say the best case scenario, that they've taught you things. But the salamander here, salamanders in folklore were believed that they were fireproof. So this is showing that because the salamander's here, you are surviving. You have survived whatever has been going on here. You're still feeling a bit defensive because you've got that wand in your hand there, and you're still ready to sort of, you know, beat people off, and you know, you're still feeling quite defensive about whatever has been going on. It's also backed up by the fact that you've got the Seven of Wands here too. And I did notice that the Ace of Pentacles was upside down, but we'll get to that. There were other cards as well, but that was the one that I was drawn to for maybe keeping the reversed. So the underlying energy, Aquarius, is that maybe you are feeling as though there are things that you need to change. That's exactly what I was saying about Capricorn and Pluto. So the cards that we have are the Two of Swords and the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Wands, the King of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, And the Justice card. Two of Swords is about making decisions. You have a situation where you are feeling unsure. Excuse my squeaky chair. This shows that you should be using your heart rather than your head, that you need to be trusting your intuition. Don't be overthinking something. If this is something which is potentially taking you, is your head taking you down a dark alley? Because you have the Ace of Cups here as well. And I do feel as though there has been a situation where you've had the opportunity for love or happiness. Cups are all about happiness and love, things that make your heart sing, give you joy, complete you. And I do feel as though you have been in a situation where you have had the opportunity for love and happiness, and something's come up. Bearing in mind that we've got the Nine of Wands as the underlying energy, which is your defences are up, your barriers are up. And based on the other cards as well, I think that I feel as though there's been some self-sabotage. I'll explain more, but the Nine of Wands is key. The Seven of Wands too, that you've lost out on this opportunity. And it has been based on your past. And I think you've really been in a dilemma as to whether you should try and step away from this Nine of Wands, this defensive phase that you've been in, or whether you have been in a situation where you've needed to move away from your past to be able to fulfill this Ace of Cups, this happy, whatever this happy situation was that was there for you. It was literally being offered to you, as you can see in this, and I think it was a beautiful opportunity. The cup runneth over here, that there was such happiness here that perhaps it was too much for you. And you just, because you were so defensive and had so much from previous relationships or previous experiences, that you just couldn't move yourself away from this position of feeling as though you were going to be back into this position again, that you just couldn't let it go. And based on the fact that you then have the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles upside down, I think you've walked away from this. The next two cards are the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Wands. The Knight of Cups is a chap, quite a dashing chap, looking pretty smart, on a beautiful horse. He's kind of walking towards the lady. I'm saying it's the lady. This can be a gentleman, whatever gender, whatever, however you see this, however this resonates with you. He's been walking towards this person who is unable to move away from the past and unable, as a result, to take up this Ace of Cups. The Seven of Wands, again, is a very defensive card. And you overreacted to it. I don't mean overreactive. I mean that you couldn't deal with this situation because of your past. You were just, I feel as though you just were in self-destruct, that self-sabotage. Perhaps you hadn't had this level of cup runneth over type love and happiness before, because I do feel as though you maybe, I kind of feel as though this happened twice. You ended this first cup of love, and then I think it came back to you that not only you had this first opportunity, and again you sat there and you self-sabotaged perhaps, or something happened which meant that you rejected this Ace of Cups, even though you could see how incredible it was. You just couldn't commit to it as you needed or wanted to. And then the Knight of Cups came with another offering. It can be the same cup. He is offering the same cup here. Came back. Going that way is about the past. And again, you were just too defensive. You just couldn't cope. You were too busy or too used to things going wrong, or expecting that something was going to change, that it wasn't what it appeared to be. Because you got this blindfold on, you were in your head too much. You were thinking about all of the ways that you'd been wronged previously. And again, this was rejected. The Knight of Cups was rejected. How you feel is, I think, that you feel that you're the King of Swords. Swords are about truths and emotions. You do believe that you're right to be defensive. You absolutely, we have all been through trials and tribulations which mould us into the people that we are today. But at the same time, it's all very well feeling as though you have to defend yourself. And yes, there is a lot of people who potentially aren't genuine. And we do have to look after ourselves and protect ourselves, as he's doing here. But I think that you believed that you knew best, because the King of Swords does not stand any messing. He knows his own mind, whether that is correct or not, but he is very sure of himself. He stands there with this sword of truth, and I do think that you did believe that you were acting in this relationship or this situation. You were doing it because you didn't know any different. I think that you did realise that there really was beautiful opportunities here, but you just couldn't walk away from the stuff that had been holding you back from the past. The Ace of Pentacles shows that you had an opportunity and you've missed out on it. And the fact that the facts backed up by, I do feel as though this is correct to be in the reversed position. Your belief and that you were right to carry on, not let your defences down. I think as much as you tried to, I think that has meant that you've missed out on a really amazing opportunity. And I think you realise that now. I think that the Justice card at the end shows that you are seeing things now for what they really are. The blindfold has perhaps come off. Maybe as the King of Swords you are seeing the truth in the situation now as well. he is looking straight at us, as is the Justice card. The blindfold perhaps has come off, and now you are seeing things for what they really were, and you are realising that you missed out on an opportunity. The Justice card is seeing the truth. It is about recognising things for what they really are, rather than potentially what you believe they were. She is also holding her sword of truth, but there is a wiseness here now. And it's almost as though he's sat there going, yeah, okay, yeah, I was absolutely right to not trust that person, or to get out of that situation, or to protect myself. I almost feel as though she's going, you know, damn, why did I do that? You know, there's almost a frustration in how she's holding her sword there, and as though if she had a table in front of her, she'd be sort of slamming her fists down on the table, going, why did I do that? Why did I let that happen? Because she has an owl here, so now she is seeing that things for what they really are. I need to do, what cards can I'm just trying, okay, so I want to do the Sacred Traveller Oracle cards. Cards for Aquarius, please, because that's quite a major message that I've just given you, and I apologise for that. So we have Distant Thunder, Clear the Air, okay. Great Adventure, take a risk, venture forward, and Impasse, reflect and redirect your energy. Well, whatever's been going on, it's saying that you need to clear the air. This opportunity here, it's just telling you what you should do. It's telling you to take a risk, venture forwards, and clear the air with whoever this is. And I do think that there could be a really good outcome here. You've reached an impasse with the situation. I feel like you can't move forwards because you are realising that there was a great adventure here. Potentially this Ace of Pentacles. If this was the other way round, that would be you going on that great adventure, going off through the archway, grabbing this opportunity and having a really amazing time. But you are at an impasse, and it's saying that you need to reflect on what's gone on and then redirect your energy. And it's telling you that you need to redirect your energy back into this relationship, back into this situation, because I do feel as though it will work out. But you need to remove yourself from the barriers that you have put up, because otherwise you're not going to be able to move forwards. And you also need to do it before the middle of November, as I said, because otherwise this kind of cycle will just continue. The next 20 years could be really beautiful for you, Aquarius, but you need to do the work. You need to get away from being this fighty, defensive person thinking that you know best, because you've been there and you've done that before. And there's beautiful things here, such opportunity, such love. But you have to do the work. Aquarius, I hope that that's been a reading which has resonated for you. Please take care. Thank you for getting to the end of the reading. I always appreciate the fact that you have listened, you've taken the time to watch, and I hope it's been of benefit. If you'd like and leave a comment if this has resonated, I would really appreciate that as well. And liking and subscribing, well, that would make my day. Thank you so much, Aquarius, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.